Welcome to my channel, Martini the One, period. Before I get into the video, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to come to my channel, and y'all could be the one too. So today I'm going to talk about basic training, my basic training experience. Hold on, let me put the disclaimer out there right now. My basic training experience, what I went through when I went through basic training, and that was a couple months ago. So yeah, it's my basic training experience, what I went through, and I'm just giving you guys tips and advice so you guys can avoid what I went through. Not saying I had like a bad experience or anything, just for you guys to be prepared. I know there's a lot of people that come on YouTube that try to watch videos before they ship out so they can know what to expect. I'm one of those people. I did that, so that's why I wanted to make this video, because I like to know, I like to be prepared and know what I'm about to get into. So let's get into the video. Ooh, so if you're watching this video, 9 times out of 10 you're about to go to basic and you're wanting to know what to expect, whatever. So let's get into it. So I shipped out March 23rd. I don't want to go through the whole like MEPS experience. I'll probably do a video on that like later, but I don't want to go through the whole MEPS experience. So I'll just start straight from when I shipped out and how everything went. So I went to the hotel March 22nd because we were shipping out March 23rd, and that was my ship out date. Got to the hotel March 22nd. You know, they fed us, all that good stuff. We ate, chilled a little bit, and then went to sleep. Woke up early in the morning on March 23rd to go to MEPS so we can ship out. I was at MEPS like all day that particular day on the 23rd. That morning we were there all day. Like, we were waiting to leave. I didn't get to the Atlanta airport until I want to say like 6 something in that, like 3 something in the afternoon maybe. And I wasn't even flying out. We had to go to the airport for the people that were flying out, and then for the people that were going to Fort Benning, because you know Fort Benning is in Georgia, and the people, their drill sergeants come and get them from the airport. So it was just a lot. But we were at the airport waiting for our bus to come and get us. I went to Fort Jackson, South Carolina. That's where I went. Relaxing Jackson. That's what everyone calls it. But I'm telling you, there's nothing relaxing about it. Like, if you're going there, you'll see. So that was that. So when you get to whatever basic training you're going to, you're not going to just go straight to basic. You're going to go to reception first. And reception is like 1 week. I think you still have your phone for like a couple days. And yeah, reception is super easy. You're not going to be yelled at. They're not going to yell at you. Your reception is basically so you can get everything you need for basic. Like, that's where you get your uniforms, all the some of the military gear that you're going to need. You do like your dental, you do your medical, you get your shots. If you feel like something's wrong with your mouth, you can let them know. If you feel like something's wrong, you'll let them know in reception. Anything that's wrong with you, you'll let them know in reception so they can handle it before you get shipped off to basic. Now, if they do find something wrong with you once you get to reception, then you're not going to ship out to go to basic. Reception is like a more intense MEPS, because they're going to be looking for little things, and if you tell them that something is wrong with you and you don't have the paperwork to back that up, you're going to be held there, and you're not going to be able to ship out. So you're just making your basic training process more easier. Now, if something is truly wrong with you, I would let them know. But if nothing's really wrong with you and you've been dealing with whatever symptoms since you were like a kid, just don't let them know, because if you don't have the paperwork to back it up, you will be at reception for a very long time, or they're just going to send you back home and you're not going to be able to join. You're going to get kicked out of the military. So that's that. I got to reception. I think I got to reception at like 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning, and we had to fill out paperwork. We had to go get our gear. Um, Reception that night, that first day you get there, you're gonna be tired. I feel like they make you tired on purpose. You're gonna be extremely tired that first night you arrive at reception, and you're gonna have to fill out paperwork, and you're gonna have to get your gear. On top of getting your gear, whatever you came with, you're gonna have to hold that gear along with the gear they give you at reception. So if I were you, I wouldn't pack a lot. A lot of people brought like suitcases. I really don't know why. I don't understand why. The military issues you everything you're gonna need. Literally, when you pack, just pack the outfit you're gonna wear to the hotel that day, and then one outfit to ship out. That's it. That's all you need. You don't need no fancy shoes. You don't need nothing because you're not gonna have time to even wear those clothes. You don't need it. And if you just need it so bad, once you get to basic, you can just have that stuff mailed to you. Like, but you're not gonna need it because you're not gonna need it. Just probably wait till you get to AIT if you'll need it then. But now you're not gonna need it. So just pack light. I'm telling you, pack light. Yeah, so the first 3 days, I think you're still gonna have your phone. You'll be able to be on your phone and stuff like that. But towards the end of the week, once it gets closer for them to ship you off to basic, where you'll be doing basic at, they're gonna take your phone, and you're just, yeah, they're gonna take your phone. So you basically just, reception is real chill. You're gonna be there. You're gonna meet your battle buddies. 9 times out of 10, the people you're in reception with is gonna be the people that you're going to do basic with. Yeah, so I'm trying to remember. Yeah, reception is super easy. Nobody's gonna be yelling at you. Now, if you do something stupid, the drill sergeants will yell at you, but that's not their job to just sit there all day and yell at you. No, they're not. They're like the most chill drill sergeants you're gonna see your entire time. Yeah. Okay, so then your ship day is gonna come. You're gonna get, okay. So you're gonna leave reception at the end of the week. I want to say it's a Sunday. I think we left on a Sunday. You're gonna leave reception, and that day, you're gonna have all your duffel bags with you. I think you're gonna have like 2 duffel bags. That's what I had. 2 duffel bags. You're gonna have everything packed. Before you leave reception, you guys are gonna do a layout and make sure you have all the materials or equipment that you need for basic. You're gonna do a layout sometime that week before y'all even ship out. I think like the day before you ship out, you'll do a layout to make sure you have everything you need. And if you don't have it, they're gonna make sure they get it to you before you leave. But I believe we left on a Sunday. I want to say like Sunday afternoon, around like 1-ish, like that. We woke up super early. We woke up at like, I want to say 4 o'clock in the morning, and we were just waiting. We didn't leave till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The military has this thing where you wake up early and you just wait. They want you there early, but you're just gonna be waiting. Hurry up and wait. That's what we call it. So yeah, we were waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and the anticipation was getting real. Like, we were waiting. Then the buses finally showed up, and you're gonna be assigned by last name, how you line up. So that's how you're gonna get on the bus. And we got on the bus, and there's going to be drill sergeants on the bus, but the drill sergeants on the bus may not be your particular drill sergeants. That's just the drill sergeant that came to pick you up. Depending on who your drill sergeant is, you may be getting yelled at on the bus. You may not be getting yelled at on the bus. Every drill sergeant is different. Not all drill sergeants are the same. Not all drill sergeants are mean. It just depends on who your particular drill sergeant is. The drill sergeant we had on the bus with us, she was not mean. She wasn't our drill sergeant. I've probably never seen that lady again. She was just there to pick us up. We were talking, and she quickly told us to shut up. And we weren't talking anymore. So yeah, it was a quiet ride. As soon as we arrived, at Fort Jackson, I was with Charlie Company 134. Yeah. Love my company. Yeah, so once I arrived, now every company is different. You're not going to do the same thing. Some people probably did it. Some people probably didn't do it. It depends on what company you're with. Every company is different. Every battalion is different. Every brigade is different. So it depends on who your company is. So, When we arrived, we did the 50-yard. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know if it's the 50-yard run, the 50-yard sprint, but something yards and 50, I believe. And it's basically where they rushed us off the bus. We ran to this little area. They told us to put these jerseys on. They told us what to do, and we ran around through the woods doing what they told us to do. Now, mind you, we're tired. It's hot outside. You have OCPs on. You're hot. Like, you are hot. It is hot out there. It wasn't fun at the time, but now that I think about it, looking back on it, it was fun. But at the time, it was not fun. There was nothing fun about that. Nothing. I was literally thinking, why did I sign up to do this? But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, once you get off that bus, you're in yellow phase. They did add an extra phase because of COVID. So once you get off the bus, that's the start of yellow phase. After you get off the bus and do that 50-yard thing, some companies may not do it, but that's just what we did in Charlie 134. What I was about to say? Yeah. So once you get done doing that, then they're gonna take you to make your phone call. The phone call is probably a minute. Like, you're not even gonna have enough time to say what you're supposed to say. Literally, they're gonna give you your phone, you're gonna turn your phone on, they're gonna ask if everybody's phone is on, and you're gonna start talking, and then they're gonna say that's it, and you gotta put your phone up. If you don't put your phone up and you're still trying to talk on the phone, you're gonna get yelled at. Period. And then you put your phone back in this little brief. It's like a little briefcase. That's what it looks like. You're gonna put your phone back in the briefcase, and you're not gonna see your phone again for a very long time. Let's see. After that, you're gonna do another layout. Basically to make sure that you have that while you're at reception, they gave you everything that you needed. So you're gonna go through another layout, and they're gonna check and make sure you have everything. Once they check and make sure you have everything, then you're gonna go to the barracks where you're gonna be sleeping, and you're gonna be issued a bunk, and that's where you're gonna be sleeping for the next 10 weeks. Yeah, and that's that 50-yard thing that I can't remember what it's called exactly. That was like our shark attack. But once you get to like where you're doing basic at, your mind immediately is going to be focused. You're gonna forget about the civilian world, and you're gonna tune in to the military world. I promise you. Yeah. So for yellow phase, you're gonna be quarantined for 2 weeks. You're gonna do another COVID test. Yeah, you're gonna do another COVID test to make sure you don't have COVID before you phase up to red phase. We lost a lot of people in yellow phase due to COVID. Like, I don't even know when they had time to catch COVID, honestly, because we were tested at reception, and you get the green if you get a negative, you have the green light to go. So all these people, a lot of people had the green light to go. As soon as we got to basic, we probably were there for like the first week. We were there for 2 weeks of quarantine. At the end of the 2 weeks, when it was time for us to get our next COVID test, a lot of people had COVID. Not really sure how, but whatever. A lot of people had COVID, so we lost a lot of people to COVID. We lost so much people. It's usually Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta when they break us up, but we only had a little bit of people, so it was just Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. We didn't even have a Delta, but whatever. We lost a lot of people for COVID, so you're going to be wearing a mask. Our yellow phase was extended because there were people that caught yellow phase, so we were in like an extended yellow phase. So the stuff that you would normally do for red phase, we kind of couldn't do really, because our yellow phase got extended because of so many people that tested positive for COVID. So I want to say we had another COVID test, and then everything was looking good, so we were able to phase up to red phase. Basically, in yellow phase, you're not doing anything. You're literally on quarantine. You're basically just going to the classroom, learning like a little basic stuff, and they're issuing out your equipment and weapons and stuff like that that you're going to need. But other than that, you're not doing anything. You can't go to the PX, you can't go to the exchange, you can't do anything because you're in quarantine. So that was that. Once we phase up to red phase, that's when we did the victory tower, we did the obstacle course, we did fit to win, and we did the hammer. That's the hammer is your first ruck march, which is 5 miles. I'm gonna throw this tip out here. It is not a requirement to be physically fit for basic training. It is a requirement to pass the medical screening at MEPS. You do have to meet height and weight. That's really basically it. You just have to meet height and weight and not have asthma and stuff like that to pass MEPS. So there really is no physical requirement. You don't do like a little PT test before you join the military. Not that I know of. So you don't really have to be physically fit to go to basic. But I highly, 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 highly recommend that you get physically fit before you ship out to basic. At least a little bit. At least get acclimated with running, doing push-ups, doing sit-ups, and walking, because you will ruck a lot. You will, I'm not even gonna say walk. You will ruck a lot. You will carry that weapon everywhere you go. You want to get in the habits. You want to be physically fit by the time you come to basic, because you don't want to be that person that falls out. You don't want to be that person that they talk about all the time. You don't want to be that person that didn't pass, or you don't want to be that person that gets recycled because you couldn't keep up in the ruck. We lost a lot of people because of that too, because they could not keep up the ruck in the rucks. And ruck, the hammer, the anvil, and what's the last one? I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, the hammer, the anvil, and the forge. Those are 3 rucks, and all of which are a requirement to graduate basic, or you will be recycled. Also, the PT test is a requirement, and if you do not pass, you will be recycled. The PT test did change. It is 6 events, and they're gruesome. It is 6 events. So if you don't get in shape to do, if you don't get a little bit physically fit, you're gonna have a hard time at basic now, because they made it just a little bit harder. Yes, COVID, the pandemic made it a little bit, some people say it made it easier, that they're really just passing people through. But now that they changed the PT test, it is a lot harder for people. And a lot of people aren't physically fit when they're coming into basic, so that's hard for them as well. So I would recommend getting physically fit. If you don't know what to do, leave a comment. I will help you. If you live in Georgia, please leave a comment and I will help you if you're trying to get physically fit. Or if you have any questions with anything else. Yeah, so red phase, you're gonna do the hammer. I think the hammer was the last thing that we did, and then we closed out that phase. It's a 5-mile ruck. I'm not gonna give you like the ins and out of it, but it is a 5-mile ruck. You do ruck with your weapon every time, and you do wear an ACH, which is like a helmet. So you do have a lot of, in your gear, your ruck. So you do have a lot of gear on you for every ruck, and every ruck, the gear will get more. It will increase more and more and more. The hammer is like the first step of rucking, so it's supposed to be an easy ruck, but for some people it was hard because you're not used to doing that on an everyday basis. You're not used to waking up early in the morning and walking with a weapon, an ACH, this heavy rucksack on your back. You're not used to it. So yeah, some people don't like it. After you phase up, now be mindful that whatever platoon you're in, you may not phase up every time, because there was a platoon with us, they didn't phase up when the rest of us phased up. So do be mindful that, you know, each platoon is competing against each other, and this is how you make it fun. So each platoon is competing for like our ribbons and stuff like that. So you don't want to be that person that can't keep up and end up messing it up for your platoon or whatever, because you know that's like the only thing we kind of look forward to is getting these ribbons. So yeah. After that, you're going to go into white phase. And white phase is all about marksmanship, shooting, 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 shooting. That's all you're gonna do in white phase. Literally, all you're gonna do. You're gonna wake up, ruck to the range all the time. That's what you're gonna do, and you're gonna shoot from morning to sundown. You're going to be shooting, and you're gonna ruck back home. So at home, you're gonna ruck back to the barracks. So after a long day of shooting and being tired and being in the sun all day, you still gotta ruck back to the barracks. Um, the ranges on Fort Jackson, they're not close. You're going to be walking for a rucking for a long period of time before you get to the range. So this is why I'm saying you want to be physically fit. Now, all that rucking you do in between time, like everywhere you go to get around base, is helpful for, it's building you for that last ruck, which is the forge. So, but white face, all you're gonna do is shoot, and you're gonna qualify. You have to qualify. You have to. What is it? I think you gotta shoot at least, I think, a 30. Don't get me. I'm not sure. I really don't remember, but I think you have to shoot at least a 30. I want to say it was a 30. Y'all, I'm a little hungry. But I want to say it's at least a 30. I think, or 20. Is it a 20 something? No, I think it's a 30. I think it's between 30 and 40. But to qualify, I think you have to shoot a 30, like, and you have to shoot it twice or something like that. I don't know. But you do have to qualify in order to pass white phase. You do have to qualify. If you don't qualify, you get recycled. And you also do another ruck, which is the anvil, and that's 7.5 miles. White phase, I think that's like 2 weeks. White phase is 2 weeks. No, white phase is like 3 weeks. 2, 3, 5. Yeah, I think white phase is like 3 weeks. 2, 4. Yeah, I think white phase is like. Yeah, I think white phase is like 3 weeks. But it's fun. White phase is fun. Shooting is fun. You will learn the fundamentals of shooting. You will shoot standing, kneeling, prone, unprone. Those are your shooting positions. It is fun. You do get like a lot of practice before it's time to qualify. So you should be fine. It's fun. And then after white phase, you go into blue phase. And blue phase is literally the forge. You will go straight into the forge. What does the forge consist of? A lot of walking. A lot of rucking. Blue phase, the first week of blue phase, it's not chill because you go into the forge. But after you get done with the forge, blue phase is really chill because all you're doing is getting ready for graduation, and you're just gonna be turning in all the equipment that you don't get to keep. So it was really like, it was okay. The forge, if you go to Fort Jackson, the forge is gonna, excuse my language, it's gonna kick your ass. I don't want to give too much details about it because I really don't want to spoil anybody's experience. But I would say the forge is going to kick your ass. Especially for the shorter people. I'm short. All the rucks were really like, because I'm short. But overall, if you go to Fort Jackson, you're gonna have fun. I mean, that's basically it. Yeah, that's really basically it. You're gonna be tired all the time. You PT every morning, except I want to say Saturdays and Sundays. Yeah, except Saturdays and Sundays. You don't PT on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturday is more like a chill day. You do some stuff. but it's not nothing too crazy. And Sunday is your day. You just really chill, whatever. You just can't sleep. Um, and hopefully, and Sundays that's when we get our phone calls. If 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 you didn't mess up during the week, so the phone call is not guaranteed. Like you can go through basic the whole time and never speak to your parents. Is what it is. Um, After you complete the forge, you'll have the soldier ceremony, and that's when you get your beret. Um, you have that, and then you're basically just counting down the days to graduation. Basic is fun. Basic is what you make it. You will get annoyed with people because it's a lot of people coming from different states, so everybody has like their own beliefs. Everybody has their own way of doing things, but you just really have to be mindful of everybody that's there with you, because really at the end of the day, those are your battle buddies, and you're not going to be able to make it through with just arguing with people all the time. Like in the beginning, of course you're going to argue with people because you're trying to get used to these people, but once y'all get used to each other, you know, just shake it off and just keep moving, because and those are the people that you're going to be with. I'm not really, when I say that, I'm not really speaking for the males, because the males seem to get along perfectly fine. It's more so for the females, because it took us damn near the whole basic to get along with each other. Don't be that female that feels like she doesn't have to do anything, because it's equal opportunity in the army. Like if a guy's gonna do it, they expect you to do it too, or they expect you to carry your own stuff. Don't be that female that try to be babied or have a guy help her with everything, because it's not cute and it doesn't look cute, especially if you're in the army. Like it's just not. Be that female that's able to hold her own. Be that female that's able to hold her own weight, carry her own weight. Like don't be dependent on anybody, because you don't want to be that female. Um, don't quit if you get injured. Because really the easiest way to leave is to graduate. If you want to quit and you don't want to do it anymore, you don't really have the option, but you do have the option. But it's gonna take a long time for you to leave. They're not just gonna send you home. Everybody's gonna already graduate by the time you ship off to go home. So all that time you spent waiting, you really could have been completing basic, what you came there to do. So don't quit. Just get it over with. You just do it. Like I broke my toe in basic, and this toe, it's my third toe, and it still affects me to this day. But who was going home? Not me. I done put in all that energy. I was in the blue phase and everything. I wasn't going home for nobody. I was gonna limp my way across that stage. I was not going home. Just don't quit. Don't give up on yourself. Basic is definitely a challenge, but it's all mental. Everybody went through basic, and a lot of people completed basic. So if we all can do it, then you can do it as well. Just don't. My biggest advice is don't give up on yourself. Don't just don't give up on yourself. Just keep pushing every day. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Especially when rucking sucks. It seems like you're not gonna make it. Especially when you're doing the forge, it seems like you're not gonna make it through. But just look down and keep walking, one foot after the other. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. It's just one foot after the other. Just one foot after the other. That's literally what I kept saying in my head. I was like, just one foot after the other. You're gonna have blisters. Your feet is going to hurt so bad, but it'll all be worth it once you make it through. So yeah, that's pretty much basic. Yeah, I'll talk about AIT in another video. That one's more fun. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, drop it down below in the comments, and I'll be glad to answer them for you. I'll be glad to answer them for you. Yeah, bye guys.